Welcome to Not a Great Whisperer podcast. This is your host, Katie Ray. I am joined with Kyle Carrier. How I found Kyle was I was Googling studios in Clearwater, and KC on the Mix showed up.
Popped up.
Welcome
Hello.
to the podcast.
Thank you. This is super spur of the moment.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
I love when you're just like, sure, fuck it, let's do it.
Let's just do it.
I love spontaneous interviews because I get to learn about you on this interview, and then we'll have an episode.
Perfect.
So KC is a musical engineer.
Yes.
Multiple
yes.
sound engineer.
Audio
How's
engineer.
that? Audio, thank you. I
yeah.
knew there was something. You're 25.
25.
And you've been an audio engineer for how long?
Realistically, I've been doing it since I was 16, but professionally, just the last 4 years.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you went and got a degree in audio engineering.
No, I'm full-blown like YouTube
How
University.
Cool.
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's a real thing.
Shout out YouTube University. Thank you
Yeah.
for my diploma.
Thank you. Still waiting for it.
That's awesome. Do you still just learn things every day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Every single day. Like we just updated our system last weekend, and it's like a whole new monster. Like
I love that.
I'm literally sitting here day by day, like learning different things every second.
What's your favorite thing about audio engineering?
I enjoy the product and like the creativity piece of it. Like I was an artist to begin with. That's how I got my roots in all this.
Were you a
like,
rapper?
Yeah, I was a rapper.
Aw.
Conscious white boy shit, like really out here dropping bars. Yeah. But I knew my lane. So like the music definitely spoke for like, you knew you were listening to a white nerdy dude.
Yeah,
But
I feel you. As you should always own your identity.
You have to
Thank
know
you.
your lane. I'm not out here just trying to be a rapper like, chains
Yeah.
and gold and stuff. I can't do that. But so like I've always been creative minded. And like this aspect, going from the artist to now creating product for the artist, it's a different experience, but I enjoy it much more.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you know kind of what to look for because you're an artist.
Exactly.
And that's really good because I don't know how to rap or sing and work whatever the shit you're doing.
Everyone can fucking do it.
Everyone can do it. You're right. You can do anything.
Everybody, yeah.
Follow your dreams. What's the coolest thing about your job? It's kind of like your passion too, though.
Yeah. Like
Cool.
I do what I love. Like I've really worked myself into a position where I'm not, going to work every day. Like I dreamt for this, I used to work construction before all of this.
Shit.
So like I was in the fucking, out in the heat for 10 hours a day, just dreading every second of it. But what the crazy part is like, this still has those moments. Even though I'm doing something I love, it still tends to, find its place of like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. Oh, I gotta
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I mean, that's all of us, right? You gotta get your ass up and go.
Yeah.
I think that's important to know,
Yeah.
right? You realize, like,
Mhm.
even in your passion, you're gonna sometimes be like, ugh.
Exactly.
like to do
Because a
nothing.
lot of people speak of like, oh, chase your dreams, do what you want. But I think people need to speak more on the fact of like, it's
How hard
still
it
gonna
is.
be a job.
Yeah.
Like, be ready to work harder than a 9 to 5.
Way harder.
Like, way harder.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that gets me the most is the unpredictability. Like, I don't wake up and I'm like, okay, this is my schedule. I do now because I've worked it to there. But in the beginning, like,
No.
I would come here for 2 hours, leave, come back for 4 hours, leave. Like, I was working all day, basically.
Yeah.
There was no point of, like, sit down and I'm done work.
You don't have a schedule.
No,
You're
no.
just you're on call. And
Yeah.
that's what entrepreneurs really need to hear more of.
That's
like
cool.
You are an entrepreneur.
That's cool to hear. Yeah.
Because this is your business. Essentially you're using someone's studio,
Yeah,
but you're handling it.
Yeah, the service and stuff is provided
exactly.
through
That's
me.
your service.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's hard because you know how much work you have to put into.
Yeah.
You have those days where you meet and someone really cool and you're vibing or whatever. But then there's those days where you're like back-to-back recordings, like a rapper like myself, who just like needs to get on the mic and do. So were you rapping in New Hampshire? Because you're from New Hampshire.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're rapping in New Hampshire.
I was. And
Wow.
like literally my mom's basement in a closet.
Yes.
Yeah, like really from the ground up. It's fucking crazy.
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It's such a cliche though. Like it's like, I came out the basement, but
in
mean,
a closet.
Yeah,
It's
in
so
a
small.
Yeah.
I killed it.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
the
God.
the crazy part is back then I didn't do it knowing that like it would turn into this. I just did it because it was so much fun and I loved it. And like being in New Hampshire, I had my bad, spouts of like, tough times and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So like music kind of saved me. Music turned me around and then I took it from there.
That's why I love creatives. I surround myself with all the creatives because I feel like one of my best friends who's choreographed all around the world, but
amazing.
It's just, I feel like you can handle harder stuff when you have that outlet.
Yeah.
So like go rap a fucking beat or something.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like instead of internalizing you are able to get it out.
Yeah, it's an outlet basically.
Yeah.
That's what music is.
Yeah, and just like art is for art, you know, like it's crazy to me. But I love it. That's why creatives kind of have their head on straight.
You know what's amazing? The most creative people I've met are the weirdest, bro. Like the weirdest fucking people. You know? But it comes with it. So like
it's cool though.
It's amazing to meet them.
Cool. Yeah. Weird but awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me about some of your things you're striving for now. I mean, you're super fucking young. When I was 25, I was 4 years after being arrested, so I was finishing probation.
God. Katie, and you have a background too.
So I was like finishing probation, but like I was in sales. I graduated college. I could also be a rapper. But like it was 25 I just gotten married. Wow. Which was insane.
I couldn't picture
You've met my husband though.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Good peeps.
Yeah.
But it's funny because you're 25. Like the world is yours.
But let me ask you, did you feel 25 when you were 25?
No.
No. I feel so fucking old. I swear.
I always had an old soul, though.
Yeah.
My sisters are older than me, so
you're not the oldest?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, no way.
But I always had an old. I mean, like they, you know, I was their little like.
You tried
doll.
to live up to. Huh?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna know every '80s song when I'm 5.
Exactly.
So
just to impress.
I feel like you're an old soul. Yeah, because when I met you, I was like, shit. I feel like he's lived life. Like, this young ass kid.
That's cool to hear because I do feel old.
Old is not a bad thing. Experienced, as you said to me. Experience.
There are parts of me that wish I was 25. Like, you know, aspect of like, you know, enjoying going out and having a drink. Like I do that from time to time, but not like my circle is small. You know.
But you know what? You should learn that early.
Yeah.
Because the people around you.
Because is that fucking life or not? Like, is it really?
Think about like high school, you're trying to impress everybody and you're trying to have like this huge, and I'm a Gemini. So like any group of people like I fit into.
Yeah,
so it's like I had like all these friends. I had to be the funny one. I was like always doing this. And then I'm like, I got older and I was like, well, I am exhausted from thinking of what I did.
It does get tiring, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but circle small is good. And you're doing some cool shit because you meet new people all the time like I do on my podcast.
Right. I would have never expected meeting you. Ever.
Oh, I know. How cool.
Like, hands
a little
down.
bit of Google. We like to give a shout out to Google if you'd like to sponsor the podcast.
Yes. Like, put a plug in. Go for it. They need to. Listen up.
But yeah, and it's a cool thing though, right? Like people you're not going to be like, hey, 36-year-old chick came in and wanted to finish her podcast.
I would never say that. I was telling my lady, I'm like, dude, I'm so nervous and excited for this. Like,
it's going to be fun.
It's because it's different, you know?
Yeah, and different is, and you know how people like dread change? Are you at the time where you like change?
Oh, I need change a lot. Yeah. It's almost like it could be detrimental sometimes. Yeah. Like I'll rearrange my fucking living room every like 3 months because I need like that idea. I need to be inspired. That's my thing.
Yeah, and you need to keep yourself on your toes.
Absolutely.
We forget that we're doing so much for other people and to not do the same for ourselves all the time.
You need to make sure that you look out for that certain, you know, small piece of yourself.
I love how young you are and you know this now already, right? And it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Ton of fucking work.
I'm exhausted every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Like he's exhausted. I'm exhausted. We're all exhausted. I have 3 kids that exhaust me. But if for somehow we can get their energy like in a jar and sell it on the street.
Oh my God.
Boom.
You could sell that for millions.
It's like we've done like 100 things and you're like, are you tired? They're like, no. And you're like, really?
I'm not ready for that.
I'm exhausted. Like, why do you have no time? Like, why?
Literally.
So what is the cool thing you do at the dance competition?
So I'm an MC and basically our job is we run the live sound for it all. And then ironically, amidst running the live sound, we're doing the announcements and speaking for the auditorium. Do you do that? Yes. I hate that part so much. Oh,
because I was like, MCs to me are the people announcing. I like a show.
Yeah.
Okay, but I thought you were the background audio.
Okay. Yeah, they put 2 jobs in one, you know?
Oh, so they could pay you less?
No, I mean, we get paid decent.
Great,
I'm not
okay.
going to lie. They definitely make sure we get paid. They pay for traveling. They pay for the hotels. Like,
and it's an awesome experience.
While we're out there, we don't pull out our wallets. So they really take care of us.
Watching people dance professionally is like the coolest fucking shit.
It's mostly kids, but like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They're intense. And you're like, and then sometimes you try to do the moves. It just doesn't work out.
Oh, no.
But,
I tried one time in the lobby and they're like, yeah, Kyle, stick to the sound. I'm like, okay. I'm trying the untapped potential.
Can you continue to be our MC? Thank you.
We'll stick there.
Oh my gosh, I love it. But isn't that a fun experience for you?
It's amazing. It's a little rundown, right? Like, I wouldn't say rundown, but burnt out at this point because it's my 4th season.
Oh, shit.
So, like, I've experienced the traveling. I've been to cities, you know. So now it's, like, starting to feel like a job. Back to that thing.
Well, because I mean, that's a lot of work. You're setting up everything,
their dedication, they do fucking 16-hour days.
The kids?
Yes.
Dancing?
We all work 16-hour days.
Oh, God.
We're
for how
at the
long?
venue 6 a.m. You show up. We set up. Doors at 7. You don't leave till 11 p.m. Like, they're intense, dude.
Oh, my, how many days?
3, it depends on the show. If it's a big city, 3 days, back to back.
16-hour days. That's intense.
Yes.
That's why it's a job now for you, though.
Yeah, it definitely is the hours.
But you're working the whole time.
Yeah. And it makes the time go by, and it's, again, a super cool experience.
Moving.
But, like, my thing is the kids. Like, you guys are doing this so young. Like, they're learning life skills.
I'm going to tell you, the work ethic is real.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's important for kids to learn work ethic.
My generation, dude, doesn't understand.
Oh, my God, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah,
Why did I not?
There.
Oh,
we'll
my, no,
there.
let's get into it.
You want to jump into
Your
it?
generation
I preach this
is...
shit. Can I say dumb, please? Can I speak on it?
Yeah, and lazy as fuck.
Oh my God,
I think
that's not even the
entitled
word.
is a good word
Yeah,
as well.
that's
like,
the best way.
I just, it's crazy. I have a very, very close
How
friend
old
of
are
mine
your
who's
kids?
25. I have a 7'5" and 1-year-old.
Okay, so they're not even my generation. They're okay.
No.
Yeah.
And I have a very close friend who's 25, but we talk about this all the time. Like in the dating world and the friend, like it is just, how do you explain it?
It's hard for me to explain it because I'm in it. Like, I think it's better. Like, I ask my mom and stuff all the time. Like, was it like this back when you guys were kids? Like, my mom's 43. Could be wrong.
So young mom.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, it's just like, for me, I just can't understand the. I wouldn't say unprofessionalism because I just carry myself so like I like to be high end. Yeah. But like I just don't understand the brainwashing, I guess.
You know what? I'm gonna blame that shit with technology because we were the age. I was the age, not we.
But even for you, like explain
technology was coming out, but it wasn't. And I'm in the technology industry, so just watching it. But social media is
it's terrifying.
To wait for a like to be validated, destroying people.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, God, I hate social. I work for marketing though. And and I know I like need to post things when podcasts and stuff come out. But like for me, I have to like limit myself. I post and I turn off or I do that. And people don't have that control. And high schoolers don't have that control.
Oh, no. They live for that. Like every day they wake up, they're checking their phone and making
Your whole body is different.
Absolutely.
Your whole demeanor. When I read stuff or see stuff or like compare myself, like you can tell like your whole demeanor changes. So they're just in it all day. That's how I see it. That's why they've become fucking ridiculous.
Dude, it's destroying, like human ethic. Like they're literally living for other people's opinions.
Who don't matter.
You're never going to meet these people. And if you do know them, like, be friends with them.
Everyone's trying to be viral. Everyone's trying to be on a reality show.
Personalities.
That's like life.
And reality shows to a T. My lady was watching Housewives of Atlanta last night, and I'm like, what are we watching?
I know. My sister watched. She's like, listen, don't you judge me. I have to watch this. And I'm like, I can't. Like, because as I watched it, I'm like, this is stupid.
But it sucks you in, too. Like, 5th episode,
because
and I'm
drama.
like, I'm
everybody
glued.
Likes drama, and you want to watch it and figure out what happens. It's like a car accident in the street. You have to drive by real slow to see what happened. I just
But why are the young kids looking up to that?
I know that's
like,
what breaks my heart.
I would love to emphasize using more like life skills and like carrying yourself to where like people want to be around you and people. Like, I have young kids that they come in and they're in high school and stuff, and like their conversations are crazy. Like.
If you ask them to spell?
I haven't, no.
I have niece and nephew that are like young, but like 10 years younger, so around your age. And sometimes I'm like, what word was that?
They use the social media like lingo in real life.
And no, it's real.
In real life. Like, there's no pronunciation.
I ask them to be like, how do you spell like just you?
Like specific.
You.
Like, spell specific. can't even fucking get the word out.
By the way, you mean BT Dub? Like, no, that's not what I mean.
No,
yeah,
it's
oh my gosh, you're right. And to be honest, it's sad because I do like how we've changed the narrative of like school is important. This is your responsibility, finish school. But if you have like a trade or something that you should focus on,
Absolutely.
like maybe we should, like something focused on like that.
But even it's like self-teaching.
Yeah, but no one has a discipline to do it.
No.
In your generation.
No,
and
zero.
It's crazy because everyone's looking to make that 1% of a viral video or a fucking like reality show.
But you know what's amazing? It's like, okay, say those kids make that viral video, right? Now they have all these followers. Now the attention's on them.
Oh, I know.
You know what the work ethic comes with all that? People want you to do things. People are, you know, like you're responsible now.
I know.
That's what's crazy to me.
Now they're looking at you to now post this
You
all
are
the
now
time.
responsible for being an entertainer to these people. Like,
yeah, and you shouldn't have that if you don't even know who you are.
Exactly.
I know.
Because now you're
That's
lost.
why your circle's small.
Yeah, it definitely.
But you went to high school in New Hampshire and came here when you were in your 20s?
18.
Oh,
Like
okay.
once I graduated, we moved.
Shit. So you didn't have to worry about the schooling here.
Yeah, no. Oh my God,
and
my
then you
brothers.
just made a circle.
I have 2 younger brothers.
Oh, okay. That was
they
hard,
went through
right?
it. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, they in high school when they were here?
Yeah, they both graduated now, but like they just hated the experience of like, because back in New Hampshire, you grew up with everybody, so you got to you at least knew everyone.
You moved to Clearwater?
Largo. I think they went to Largo High. Or Seminole.
Big ass school.
I think they went to Seminole.
They're both big ass schools.
Yeah.
And they started late where people are,
oh yeah.
That's hard.
And just the walks of life are very different than here. You know, like they have their cliques, you know, and they have their own way of moving about and
God,
you know,
high school's a horrible
it's fucking
time
terrible.
for
Like people need to
at least
fix
they
it.
had you. We really do.
Yeah.
And the kids should not be having phones at school.
You don't think so?
I mean, there for like I'm giving my kids flip phones.
No way.
When they're all, fuck
For
yeah.
school time?
My husband and I are on top of this. Like, no. They already grab my phone and take pictures all the time.
Yeah, be sure to explain to them why.
Oh, they're going to
literally,
we tell them all the time.
Yeah, because they're going to fucking hate you. I know they will.
I also told them, you're going to hate me.
Yeah.
But for me, I just I have to protect you. That's it. That's my job. One job.
Yeah.
And I get fucked up sometimes. I've noticed like I'm checking an email or something and the kids are like, Mom. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And I have to put it over on the, because you're like,
it's one reason I did my website stuff because I was on my phone like 4 hours a day, you know, communicating and stuff. And I'm like,
too much.
I can't do this. You know,
you need to set something up, make a system, let it happen.
Exactly.
But again, you're 25. A lot of 25-years-olds are not going to be self-aware.
Not really, no. And I think that's why my circle's so small.
That's why you say you're older.
I have an older soul for sure.
Well, because it's just that you've realized it sooner, right? So like, I have an old soul, but fuck, I didn't get super smart until like 30s. Because for me, I had to experience all these other things. And once you lose yourself a couple times is when you like step into your own. And then you're like, fuck everybody else.
And that too, that's a big thing, losing yourself. Like, it's terrible to go through. Like, I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, but it's a good experience. Because the faster you learn to like what life is, you know, it's not fucking sunshine and rainbows and, you know, perfect and every day you wake up.
Facebook reels, like fake, like pictures.
Oh, completely. Yeah. I do it myself. I'm looking at the picture like, is this worthy enough to put on? You know, is this good?
Who's gonna say something?
Like, does this
bad,
look like
right?
I'm living a good life? It's you're brainwashed into
you
it.
are. And for me, it's just being as real as possible.
Yes.
Because there's so much shame and so many things. But
there is.
I wish I was 25 when I knew that.
You do?
Yeah, because it makes life so much sweeter, even though it's super hard.
Yeah.
I always say you don't pray for an easy life, you pray for the strength to get through a hard one.
Bingo.
So
I love that. I love that.
You can't sit there and be like, please make my life easy.
Yeah.
No.
Just accept that it's hard and then work.
And every little thing that does happen kind of prepares you for other things that are going to happen.
Yeah. That's very true.
100%.
You'll never see it when it does.
No.
Like when it's going, you know, you're going through it.
It's got to happen. You got to be deep in a hole.
Absolutely. And in that hole, even if you're like, oh, I know this is worth it, you're still like, you're going to be affected by it. It's life, you know?
Yeah.
My generation, we're not looking at like just the basics of living, you know? Technology's really made this reality that's so fucking fake.
Yeah.
And,
it's so bad.
It's terrible.
That's why I like connections like this, and that's why we have the podcast.
That's the Achilles tendon, I guess, of it all. Like, it's a super powerful tool that can make things great, but it's also it's so yin and yang.
Oh,
you know?
Technology is a love and hate relationship.
It really is.
Like, I hate it, but I love it.
Yes.
And I hate it. Yeah, and it's bad because Well, I'd like to go back to when you were rapping in your basement.
Mm-hmm.
Were your little brothers around?
Yeah. They were younger, so like it wasn't too like hands-on.
But was your mom aware that you were rapping, and were you in like a moment of your life where you're just like, don't talk to me anybody, I'm rapping, I'm doing my shit?
No, my mom was the one who kind of like pushed me.
Oh,
like
I love it.
So my first song I recorded at my buddy's house, and like my mom picked me up from that place. I put the CD in, I was like, listen to this, like. And it wasn't like, rappy shit. Like, it was just me being a white boy rapping. Yeah. So it wasn't like, guns and fucking gang and, none
it
of
was
that
real.
shit.
I'm all about it. I want to hear it.
She looked at me. Oh, no. That's in the
Did she
archives.
Cry?
She didn't cry, but like what got me was the fucking look on her face.
Like she knew this is.
It gives me chills right now because like I knew right then and there, this is what's going to make my mom proud. And like, I love it. So like, let's just do this. Let's take it full head on. And I knew right then and there that I'm going to do it in a different way professionally. I'm going to make this a business because I've always had like I love business.
Yeah, you like the business mindset. Yeah.
So like,
it's fun being professional.
I found my thing and I was like, let's make this a business. And like, I've kind of approached it. I had a logo as a rapper. I have a logo now. Like I knew.
Oh my God, I love it.
Basic, like, let's just make this a thing.
Is Casey on the mix your rapper name?
No, it's Casey Rhymes.
Casey Rhymes?
Casey Rhymes.
Oh, I like that. And you made your own logo?
Yeah.
And then when your mom heard it, was it more like she knew this was like the thing you had to do to kind of keep your mind right too? Yeah,
I think she knew like this is a change of life. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I was doing fucking drugs and smoking weed, just being a teenager. This could,
yeah.
And it put me down a lot of bad paths emotionally.
No judgment. I got arrested for growing weed in college.
No fucking way. That's savage.
Casey and I, this is us learning about each other today, so I have no judgment at all. And then I did a full circle 12 years later and sold it at a dispensary.
Holy
legally.
Shit.
So
look at that.
You're like, huh?
Yeah.
How did I get here?
Life came back full circle.
Yeah, but I have no judgment ever about any obstacles people face in life. I actually feel like it makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And I always told people, during these COVID times, I'm like, listen, the amount of drugs I put in my body, and I've eaten hot dogs a bunch. I think the vaccine's fine. That's what I said.
It's okay. Right?
I told my doctor, I was like, yeah, no, I'm cool. You don't have to tell me anymore.
Crazy.
I've done my research, but also this is the things that also
it's okay.
I don't think it'll take me out. I think it'll be okay.
We'll be all right. If I live through this, then we're. But what's amazing is like both of our stories kind of aligned of just being typical teenagers and having fun. Mm-hmm. But I think my generation's getting lost in they're think life. They're gonna be 25 and still doing that shit.
I feel you.
And it's like you have to realize and seize the moment of realization of like, okay, this isn't all that fun. Like, enjoy it.
Like, what's their aha moment?
Right. And then notice the aha moment. Don't be like...
Yours was good you had it young.
I think so.
But you were also introduced earlier as a young kid. So, like, life is experienced earlier.
Yeah.
New Hampshire,
and I'm the
small
oldest,
town.
so I've always had that, like...
I'm older. I'm doing. I'm doing things. I'm like an adult. I'm like a 14-year-old adult. This is my life.
Exactly. I'm hanging out with the adults now. That's totally what it was.
Oh my God, I love that. You're right though, because like at the same time, like I was the youngest, but I thought I was cool shit because of my older brothers and sisters. I'm like,
oh, that's cool.
They're like kind of like my parents, but like they're real cool.
That's fucking cool.
And you're like, no.
It sucks? I never had that with my little brothers. My littlest,
because they're little.
Yeah, but my middle brother, like, they're not even that little. I'm 3 years from my middle brother and then 6 from my youngest.
3 years. Oh, really? That's not. Oh my gosh, yeah. So mine goes. My brother's 10 years older than me. Then my sister's 6 years older than me. My other sister's 4 years older than me.
And like, are you close with your oldest brother? Like, you guys relate?
They're in Kansas now with his kids and stuff. But his son still lives here. He's 25. Who's like, so his relationship is kind of like ours. Like we're brother and sister because I was an aunt at 10.
Yeah.
So it's super cool. And I mean, we all like. Didn't talk for a little bit, but we got back on track and just remembered that,
As you're getting older,
so many memories.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks when I see families that don't talk at all because it breaks my heart because you like experienced all your childhood memories with because everything I watch the kids do, I'm always like, be nice to each other because it's like, this is what you have.
Everyone fucking preaches that.
Right?
You're going to love each other when you're older.
It's more like you have to, you guys, because like you play all the time together and like, the respect that you can grow, like that's just like unbreakable. And my sisters are here, and it's like, don't fuck with us.
And that moment in time in life is like so precious, dude. Like
it is, and then
really
you gotta own it. Like you just gotta accept each other. And I hate saying that because like if it's super toxic, yes, don't talk to your families.
Yeah,
like if it's so toxic, like I always say like toxic friend or family, like break those ties.
Absolutely.
You can't enable and you can't be there to save the world.
No.
But when it's real good, it's like they know you at your like
Hold that. Hold that. Like, please. And it's
every
rare.
stage of your life.
Yes.
This person is not. And I mean, you know, like.
And who's that for you?
Both my sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
and
amazing.
it's so funny because they're older than me, but you know, and they're like my biggest cheerleaders too. And my parents are so great. So, I mean, they're separated and both remarried. So it's just
my parents too. Yeah.
And it's totally cool because they do holidays together and shit.
That's
like life's
cool.
good.
You get 2 Christmases. It's fucking great.
No, sometimes we do it together.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Even better.
Right?
That's amazing.
co-parenting, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's also sad too.
Oh my God. You know, my lady co-parents with her son's dad. I almost said baby daddy.
Good.
I don't want to be ratchet.
Baby daddy is real. The guy who was here today was my baby daddy
it's fucking
too.
baby daddy, yeah. Okay, so the father of her son, right?
Yeah.
And like they co-parent really well. They really like, and she's younger than me, so I commend her for how they handle
That's amazing.
it. Yeah.
And so you're kind of like a father figure.
Actually not.
Okay.
We've been together almost 2 years, but we've kept that very separated.
And you know what? That's adult as fuck.
Thank you.
Do you know why?
Why? Please tell me.
Because she's right. Like
I feel like we're on a good track.
You are perfect.
Yeah.
And you guys are young. So it's like, yeah, she has a child, but like that's her like
it's her thing.
Exactly.
I'm not here.
I feel that.
You know, and the father's in the picture,
too,
so it's not like he's missing anything, you know?
There's nothing exactly. Yeah. And you don't need to replace anything or help with anything because the two people.
Now, if we continue to
too mature,
be a thing,
exactly.
You know,
the too mature people though have the responsibility to take care of. If you need to step and help with responsibility, I feel that, but you don't, and I commend that because
thank you.
I dread watching men and women bring new men and women and or date. I mean, 2 years is a long time, but you're super young still. But again, it's a lot for the kids.
Absolutely, and you don't think
I think
they go
that's
through
super
it,
respectful.
Thank you, because
like
even like. My
and
mom
for her
sees
to make that decision too.
It was her. It was fully hers, and I just kind of rode with it.
Yes,
like, cool,
as
I'm
you
okay
should.
with
She's
that.
the mom.
Yeah, and like her mom, kind of, you know, she's like, oh, you know, you should at least know him. You know, you've been around long enough. Yeah, and like I have been coming over and hanging out, and but it's not like, oh, like this is Kyle.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of like, hey, it's Kyle, like, which is cool.
Exactly, and he's excited to see you. But you're 25. And, you know, you're going to have people who are like, oh, fuck that kid or whatever, and not give a shit. And you care. That actually shows that you care.
Absolutely.
I'm down with that.
Thank you.
I love learning new things. Like, it's super hype.
I'm sure you like run into a lot of like just
awesome
cool stories.
Yes. And it's cool because you look at the person and you're like, good for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Absolutely.
I get super hyped. My adrenaline rushes during like podcast recordings. And then after I'm super tired.
Yeah, I'm going to be exhausted after this. I know I am.
So tell me what gets you through the day. Tell our listeners what's your kind of motivation other than doing what you love. But like, what's your kind of go-to? Is it listening to music? Is it making music? What is it?
It's more so, it's actually the drive to know that's all going to be worth it. Like, I want to live I want to be older and like look back and be like, yes, bro, like you fucking did that. You know, and like every day, that's what I wake up and push myself through.
Cool.
You know, what's crazy about the listening to music thing? I don't listen to music anymore.
Oh my God. So I won't listen to my podcast after I interview sometimes.
Right.
But I keep doing it.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
I mean, but
so cool.
it's cool to learn, you know, and like, and I've honestly got myself back into it to experience and like, you know, take notes of like, okay, they're doing this now. But like you work on it all day, so it's kind of like the last thing you want to fucking do is, you know.
That's so cool. So do you read, like, do you look at quotes? Like, what's your thing that kind of keeps you feeling like you're refreshed?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't even smoke anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a choice, you know.
And I didn't mean like it's judging. Like, so
shit.
I get a ton of anxiety, so I will not, just because I get also like there's cops coming to arrest me. But even though it's like 14, 15 years later, but like for me, like I can't. But I've done medicinal CBD and all that.
I saw your CBD thing, and my mom's told me about it. It's something really I'm gonna experience when I'm ready.
It is because it actually helps with my anxiety. But like I get my husband and I both are like we're anxious people. We can't have too much coffee.
Oh, me neither. I don't drink caffeine.
Yeah, so we have like this new thing. It's like it's like so funny, and I always laugh. I'm like adulting. Like you just instead of making your body feel like shit the whole day, because you know, like a cup of coffee at 3 is gonna make you feel like shit.
Oh my God! But you do it anyways. You know, you're like, fuck it. It's just gonna get me through these last 3 hours. You know.
So what's your type of therapy?
That's such a good question. I think it just really goes back to like pushing myself to my limit.
Like, so do you like set a new goal for yourself? Like, what's your next thing to achieve?
I'm super goal orientated. Cool. Yeah.
That's
I guess that's what it is.
So that kind of keeps your drive up.
Super.
Like, you have this next goal.
Yeah.
Or you have this next thing to do, and I
rarely, I don't have sit down. I do have sit down time, but even during that, I'm still brainstorming. You know, like my lady tells me all the time, you need to just chill for a second,
please. Can you shut your brain off?
Right. Like, can you just sit here and watch this movie? And I'm like, I mean, I guess.
I guess I could.
It has to be really good.
It has to, yeah. I feel you on that. Okay,
it's
that's
a gift
really,
and a curse.
That's actually inspiring in itself because you come from a very addictive generation. Mm-hmm. Everybody has an addiction. No judgment here. Yeah. There's just is, but a very the approval of others generation, seeking that approval. So it's nice that I don't even have to watch the movie that's out now. It's not even my, I don't have to watch that.
Yeah, I literally, it's in my blood to where I don't watch it because it's hot. Yeah. You know, I'm like,
I respect you. I think this was awesome. Where
agree.
Can we find you on social?
The plug section. Okay, this is the plug section. Hello.
We talked about how shitty social is, but we'd like you to find us.
It's part of the job, right? It's part of it. So mainly you can visit my website, www.kconthemix.com. Instagram, you can find me at KC on the Mix Official. And then Facebook, you can add my personal one. It's Kyle Carrier. And that's about it. I don't have Twitter. I'm trying to get on Twitter game.
It's Twatter.
It's Twatter.
You're fine.
Yeah. I feel like I'm so late.
I have it. I just don't ever go on it.
Yeah.
But this was awesome.
I agree. Thank you.
Oh my God. I hope you have fun. Is this your first podcast?
Not really.
You've had a couple?
Yeah. We actually did a show last year.
And you were on it?
Yeah. As a host.
I love it. What?
Yeah. So
you're I hate MC and hosting, but I was on it.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I love that.
I got to do it.
And we'll do more of this.
Absolutely. Thanks
for being on. Find Kyle on katyray.com, at The Real Cray, at notagreatwhisper.com, at Not a Great Whisper podcast. Thanks for being on. This was super awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm in your home, so I appreciate you.
Yeah. Super cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.